Good day, everyone. My name is Bamshile Tolulope. I'm a project manager at PMB Income Dev Center. So I'm here to tell you a little bit about creating a risk management plan. What are risk management plan? A risk management plan is a document created by a project manager that identifies potential risk. This document allows the project manager to estimate the risk, possible effects, and their possibility of occurring. Once the project team recognizes potential risks, its members can begin developing responses and strategies to help them mitigate or avoid these risks and maintain a smooth event process. A project plan enables them to prepare for unexpected events and feel confident about navigating risks if they occur. So yeah, they are well prepared before the risk happens. So that's what a risk management plan helps us to get at. So now different type of risks. We have technical risks that is representing specific risks related to projects such as risks based on technology used or the finished product requirements, performance and quality. Then we have the project management use. The category represent the associated with the project management process, such as planning, scheduling, resource, and budgeting. We have the organizational risk, represent risks that may arise because of the organizational factors, such as logistic, project dependencies, and resources. We have the external risks. Category represents caused by entities outside the organization, such as customer, users, or the markets that you are representing. Then how to create a project management, a risk management plan. Identify the potential risk. To develop your risk management plan, you and your team member need to identify the risks that could affect your project. Identify it first. Now, what can affect this project? What can make it go bad? What can make it go well? Identify it, like what can limit it from happening to gain or to reach your goal. Identify it. Then you can use these different risk categories to recognize the potential certain unexpected you may encounter. You can use several methods to identify your risk, including this following step. Hosting a risk workshop where you brainstorm together all the different ideas of risks this project can come up from your team members. They will tell you different risks that they are thinking of. Then you now find that means I've never think about this risk. So yeah, it comes out from there. You can pick ideas of risks that can mitigate your work, that can slow it down. So you pick it from there. Or holding interviews with stakeholders. Stakeholders, when you hold interview with them, you're talking to them, okay, what do they see as this risk? Because of their experience and they've worked on similar projects, they can tell you things that you can actually work on that might be risks that might happen when you are working up on theirs, or what they don't want to happen to their project. So you can easily work on it and prepare for that type of risk. And assessing your project assumptions represents your beliefs about the project based on prior experience. Assumption may pose risk because may not happen. So spend time learning their validity or likelihood to help avoid or mitigate them. So after that, after identifying your risk, you will analyze the potential. You analyze sorry about that. You analyze the potential risk. Once the identified potential risk, you can begin assessing their qualitative and quantitative effect on the project. You typically examine risk based on three factors: the consequences of the risk, the likelihood of the risk occurring, and the impact of the risk on your project. After defining consequences, you can score the risk likelihood on a scale from low probability to high probability, and their impact from low, medium, and high. And this course can help you prioritize and plan for the most urgent risk. So this one, you're just trying to pick out which risk is urgent that you need to focus on first. So now you may use a risk assessment matrix to organize your thoughts. You can use that form of the risk assessment matrix is one that I would advise you to go for because it's clearly stated out there. So you can see the image in front of you. You see some marked out in red, in green, and yellow. The ones in red are the critical ones, are the ones that are going to that have high likelihood of happening. That you have to put resources in place to tackle first. While the green are still they have low effect on your project, so you can actually leave them for now. On the green, they have medium effect. So yeah, so from the matrix, you can use it to figure it out. Now, develop response. After you have identified and you have analyzed your risk, you develop a response to the risk. Now, one of the primary objectives of a risk management plan is to manage, mitigate, or avoid the impact of risk event on your project. After identifying and analyzing, you can bring developing preventions and response strategies. These strategies typically focus on eliminating risk. They eliminate the risk out of the project. After after you have said, oh, this is what will happen. So why you are developing a response strategy to eliminate that risk and lowering their impact on the project. Now, during this step, consider reviewing your project management plan and help craft your strategy. Understanding the project scope, timeline, budget, and available resources can help you develop specific and actionable responses. Now, the next part, after you are already getting a response, you have developed a response strategy, how you are going to respond. You need people to actually not carry it out because you can't do it alone. It's a big project. Assign it to people. That's what you are doing in this part. You are assigning the roles of those projects to people. So that whenever that risk occur, you will know person that is charged with that event trigger. Whenever it's triggered, the person that is assigned to tackle that risk, the resources available, he knows that yes, I'm going to sharply tackle this risk. Like take example of WhatsApp that crashed this morning. That risk was already planned for. That's why it did not take that very long before they could fix it, because they already planned for that problem. Then they knew the people that the person that was going to go and fix it, because they already know where the problem is and they fix it. Now the WhatsApp is back. This is like an example. It's just a small project quickly fixed. Now, determine your risk tolerance. Your risk assessment matrix enables your team to identify the impact and probability of various risks. Discuss these results with a relevant stakeholder to assess their comfort level. In some situations, they may determine that the negative impact are too high, requiring the team to adjust the project plan or its scope to avoid this risk. The stakeholder may also offer guidance related to your response strategy, helping you ensure alignment to the project objectives. So just to check how much you can take that risk. Does your project scope contain that risk? Won't it affect the timeline for you set on that project? So that's what you're trying to check for you. Now, after you have done this, you need to create a risk register just to take note of all the risks that you've come across and the people that you face it. So whenever any risk happens, you know the person that is going to fix it from the risk register. And the typical risk register contains a risk, consequence, or impact, probability, the priority, response plan, and the risk owner. Now, continue monitoring. Because the risk has gone, the risk is no more, that does not mean you should stop finally on the risk. You should not follow up on it. You have to still keep on checking for it, because it's risk, nothing is perfect. If it happens again, you have to be there to sharply to trigger and solve it and make it low and should not cause a delay in the project. So yeah, because risks don't come up once, it comes up different time. And even as you are working, other risks in your code that you need to take charge of. Your risk must be able to be able to take into other risks. So you will plan and get and identify it again and do the response and match it or so you continue like that. So it's a cycle, continuous, not stopping. Now we have benefits. Prepare project teams for future, aid future projects, support project management plan, and helps reduce the impact of risk on the project. So with all these are the benefits of having a project management plan. Because when you have a project management plan, it's not like when the risk just come in and start thinking that, oh yeah, why would not focus on it? Because that way you're already going out of time, no more time to feel. So you at least that one already make sure deliver the project on time, and your clients will be happy with you and saying that, oh yeah, you are a very good project manager. I won't know that, yeah, because you have already planned ahead. So yeah, so thank you. So yeah, thank you for listening. I hope I've been able to add a little bit of knowledge to you. And yeah, you need to ask questions. You can contact me, send me an email. Thank you.